Okay, this video is another productivity hack, and this one we're going to do a little bit about physical fitness. Now, I'm an older guy. I'm 63 years old, so my physical fitness habits are different now than when I was young. The best physical fitness habit is, be a wrestler, okay? Every day we'd have a 3-hour wrestling practice and we'd scrimmage, all right? That's the best. But as you get older, you got to find a way to make it work. If I could live my life over again, I wish that I had gone to med school at a place where they had a college wrestling program and I could have kept coaching. I actually coached college and high school wrestling my first 2 years, but then I, moved on campus and I could no longer do that anymore. But yeah, try to live somewhere where it's convenient. Try to go to a college or a med school, perhaps in a suburb, perhaps near where your parents live, so you can keep working out. The fastest way to build muscle is to do squats. I quit squatting actually when I moved out of my last house because I had a squat rack over there. I wonder when you're older if it maybe increases your risk of hypertension. But when you're young, if you want to get strong fast, do squats. There's nothing like squats. You'll gain weight and muscle fast. I think I like the Mike Mensker approach to lifting weights. Do one set to failures because it's fast. You can get it done. This little picture here shows, I would tape onto the wall of my bathroom what my record was of the moment. I can do about 56 good push-ups now. I used to do far more. When I was a young guy, I could do like 120. I can do 200 pounds chin pulls, for about 40 reps, 35 dumbbells in each hand. I can do, 48 reps, which really means 24 of curls of 70, whatever. For whatever it is for yourself, keep a written record of it so you know how you're doing. I'm going to show you another secret of working out. If you're going for a personal best, guzzle down 32 ounces of beet juice 2 hours before your workout. Chase it with, 8 or 12 ounces of water. Rinse your teeth out after that because it maximally hydrates you, maximally elevates your blood glucose level. It also gives you all these precursor nitrates for nitric oxide to vasodilate to get more oxygen to your muscles, and you'll be amazed. They've shown on bicycle riders that gives you more performance. Also, I've given thousands of lectures, and I also used to give lectures that were 2 hours, even 3 hours long, and I know from experience that the words come more rapidly. I can think more effectively when I've drank that beet juice. You got to give it at least an hour and a half to 2 hours to have everything optimized. Okay, so that's a little bit. I'm going to show you a couple more pictures here. Okay, here's me doing some curls for the girls. I no longer do benches for the wenches because, I hurt my shoulder doing benches, so I don't do them. I could sometimes do dips, but even dips sometimes will hurt my shoulders. That's one of the catches of getting older. Again, I should have kept competing in wrestling all the way through. My brother kept competing in wrestling and in mixed martial arts, Brazilian jiu-jitsu, and he's a world champion now, my brother. I'm jealous of him. Okay. Let's see, what else? Yeah, so just have some type of workout plan. I like to walk a lot. On my days off, I routinely walk 7 miles a day. Sometimes I'll walk 8 miles. And I do it on treadmill reading a book because if I had to walk that much and I had nothing to do, I would be bored. If you're lucky enough to live near nature, it's a lot of fun to go bird watching while you walk out in nature. But most of us live in some city environment, and then walking down a treadmill reading a book works well. I found that it increases my alertness. In the morning, I'll do something real intellectually challenging, like write a book chapter, make a complex YouTube video, whatever it might be. And then I start fading a little bit intellectually around 2 o'clock in the afternoon, sometimes a little earlier, sometimes later, and I will just hop on a treadmill and start reading. And again, my attention perks up because, why do you have a brain? So you can walk down a path in a forest or a jungle and survive, okay? You have to pick a destination, avoid obstacles, be on the lookout for predator. All of that makes you alert. So your brain's designed to be most active when you're walking, all right? So that enables you to read a complex book. I get tons of reading done. I read about one book cover to cover every week from walking on a treadmill, okay? One book a week. In the magic bathroom that I just did in the previous video here the day before. I get about one book a week in the car from listening to audiobooks. And then I get one book a week at night from watching YouTube videos, or I can watch a podcast, or I can read a book. Most of the time I'll watch a video. But if I'm focused on reading books, I can easily read one book a night just reading during dinner. Okay, what else I do? I like doing body weight exercises. I like doing push-ups. Kettlebell squats. I've also found that if I'm working, a lot of people work in small cubicle offices. You can just do air squats. Just squat, do a quick 100, every time you get a break, do another 100, and you can do 500 a day. You'll at least maintain some physical fitness. When you have to go to the bathroom at work, you can take the stairs. Take the stairs to the farthest bathroom. Go to the top of the building, bottom of the building. You know, if you work in a big building, let's say 10 floors, 15 floors, you can get a lot done. I try to get at least 50 flights of stairs done every day. I try for that. I don't always get it, but I try for that. Let's see, what else? When I first come into work in the morning at my job, I put 25 pounds of books in my backpack. I used to have 35, but sometimes I hurt my shoulder if I have 35. But 25 works pretty well. And I go up like 10 flights of stairs at a decent pace. So that's called a bear walk, to walk with weight. So you just get a little bit of extra fitness, okay? When I go downstairs, I go down backwards. You know, I hold the railing, but I go backwards because it's easier on my knees. So all of those things keep me pretty fit. And the low-fat vegan diet, which I eat organic only, no oil, keep me pretty skinny, you know. I'm 5'9", I weigh about 158, 160 pounds, which is a good weight for an old guy, okay? When you're young, it's a status symbol to have big muscles. Let me tell you something, after 50, it's a status symbol to be skinny. Most people are fat, sick, and stupid, okay? So being skinny and smart after 50 is a status symbol in the Western world. It really is. Okay, here I am doing some chin pulls. You know, I got 200 pounds on the bar. I do a set of 40. So that's okay. You know, I have my wife taking a picture, so she keeps taking pictures of my bald head, you know. Okay, I think I got a picture of me doing pull-ups here too. So do whatever you like. Yeah, she takes a picture of my bald head again. Do whatever you like. Just something to get you exercising. And it has to be something you like, because that way you're going to do it. If you don't like it, it should be pleasant. You should sort of look forward to it. I also do a lot of isometrics. I find those work pretty well, just to stay toned and try to activate more muscle groups. I wish I had somebody to pummel with. You know, when you're wrestling, you pummel, fight for position, upper body. That maintains good upper body strength, and it activates all the muscles, you know. You have to do a variety of exercises to sort of activate all the muscles. Anyways, that's pretty much the secret, and I think the most unique thing I told you today was the beet juice. It's the best pre-workout meal to energize you, and it's the best, if you're giving long lectures, it's the best thing to have to just be energized and the words come fast. So, hope you found that helpful.